Regarding Shabai's identity, Jin Xingjian kept silent. His hesitation and concealment made Yiming feel uneasy, and at the same time he was determined to pursue the truth. I thought that Yiming suddenly asked about Yu Shabai, which should have been revealed by Yan Zhuan, but when he heard his vows to deny it, and then realized that Yu Shabai seemed to have woken up, his existence would bring unpredictable danger. Not long after the clothing store opened for business, I saw Yi Lina sneak in like a mouse, pestering Yi Qingchun to ask questions, not to leave Jin Xingjian. If she hadn't been a self-conscious person, she would have long been stealing home as a candy. Although Yi Qingchun felt that Jin Xingjian already had someone he loved, Yi Lina didn't care. As long as he didn't enter the marriage hall, there would still be the possibility of a name change. In fact, in Yi Qingchun's impression, Jin Xingjian is cold and boring, with a mysterious background, and where he came from and where he wanted to go are all topics of debate among outsiders. His true identity has not yet been circulated, but he only knows if anyone has offended him. He will end up miserably in the end. The elders and children have nothing to do all day long. When they are full, they want to drill in the painting snow house, and they are looking for things that are nothing but antiques and stone jade seals. The seal itself is not a rare thing, it mainly comes from Jin Xingjian's prestige in the society, and is widely recognized as a literati. Anything made by him will be regarded as a treasure, even Commander Duan is no exception. Taking into account the preferences of Commander Duan, Beijing Gang asked his subordinates to purchase a piece of jade and send it to Huaxu's High, and wanted to ask Jin Xingjian to help with carving. Since Beijing Gang was born in the Cyan Gang, he relied on spending money to sit in the position of deputy director, so this person's misbehavior was good for a female. Not only did he occupy the theater Huadan, he even killed the other lover. It happened that this Huadan was Xiaopi's fellow villager. Sister. Just because Xiaopi filed a complaint with righteous indignation, Jin Xingjian deliberately engraved the word virtue on the jade, insinuating that he was a man of no virtue. As a result, Beijing Gang gave this engraved seal as a birthday gift to Commander Duan, so that he was ashamed in front of celebrities from all walks of life, and Commander Duan shot his right ear off. Yi Qingchun couldn't bear his sister's stalker, so he simply took her to Huaxu's High to visit Jin Xingjian. However, Jin Xingjian is not a person who is ignorant of customs. Facing Yi Lina's greetings, he naturally knows the deep meaning. Knowing that Gui knows, Jin Xingjian has no interest in attracting bees and butterflies, thinking that the two are separated by Yi Qingchun, and Yi Qingchun is pretty good, so his attitude towards Yi Lina is too hot, cold and inappropriate. However, Yi Lina hasn't noticed Jin Xingjian's painstaking effort in the alternation of hot and cold. She is just blindly committing an idiot. If it weren't for this Shanghai concession for an inch of money, plus he needs to find the missing seal, I am afraid that he has the idea of moving. Fortunately, a seal recently appeared in Zhang's house in Beiping. On the request of Mr. Zhang, a good friend Jiable called Jin Xingjian to make an appointment. Before leaving, Jin Xingjian went to the underground room to visit Yi Ming in person. No matter how jealous the other party was, he still showed his true thoughts, not the villain in Yu Shabai's mouth, and would not break Yiming's beloved bond. Jin Xingjian entrusted Yiming to Lian Zhuan to take care of him. He told him to deliver meals on time and take care of the rest of the engraved seals. When early the next morning, he was on the train bound for Peking, and he unexpectedly met Yi Lina. In fact, Yi Lina heard that Jin Xingjian was going to Peking, and immediately bought a ticket to board the same train. Besides, she was going to attend a class reunion, which happened to be a companion. Yi Lina talked and laughed along the way and took the initiative to chat about various interesting topics. Even if Jin Xing was reluctant to speak, she would inevitably be infected by Yi Lina's liveliness, especially when she saw the roses folded with candy paper. She couldn't help but think of the beautiful scenes of him and Yi Ming. After talking and laughing for most of the journey, Yelena remembered to ask Jin Xingjian's address until the two parties said goodbye in front of the train station. Jin Xingjian noticed that Yelena's female classmate was a little strange, and when he looked at it carefully, he only realized that the jujube kernel necklace between her neck was weird. Female classmate Niuzani was still intact. Jin Xingjian didn't say much, and when he left the train station, he went straight to Baylor House. Today's Baylor mansion is not an old mansion. It has long been sold to foreigners by Gabriel for money, and it has begun to vacate antiques. After making a lot of money, it will buy new real estate in Beijing and Tianjin. Suddenly Jin Xingjian visited. Jiaba was very happy, and took the slippers to greet him personally, first prepared the room for him, and then went to find Mr. Zhang after everything was set up. Beijing Gang knew that he had lost his right ear by Jin Xingjian's play. From then on, he had completely forged a beam. Because it was difficult to swallow this bad breath, he asked his cousin to go to the Jin family to make trouble for him. Lian Zhuan went to the basement to give Yiming food. Regardless of her intentions, she just put down the food and left. That night, I suddenly dreamed of the scene of Yiming and Yu Shabai loving each other many years ago. This strange and complicated feeling made Yiming really unbearable. He actively called Yu Shabai out and finally saw his true appearance.